Take a moment to imagine a life where your desires are not just a dream but tangible realities waiting to unfold. What if I tell you that such a life is within your reach and the key to it is in your fist? So welcome to the 30 Days Manifestation Challenge named I Always Got What I Wanted. Your future is based on your past. Whatever happened in your past or is happening in the present is going to manifest in the future. Many people don't believe that their future will actually be very different from what they are experiencing in the present. But we are going to change everything today, and to do this we are going to create some new memories of the past. These new memories have not actually happened, but we will convince our mind that they have happened so that these are the same things that manifest in the future based on new memories and not on old negative memories. Let me tell you how this manifestation challenge will work. The first thing we are going to do is create new brain stamps. Now you might be wondering what brain stamps actually are. A brain stamp is a type of affirmation. However, instead of just being a very general affirmation that someone else has made for themselves, it will be a very realistic statement that you would write about yourself. It will be very natural for you to say it to someone else. If you wouldn't say it to someone like that, it's not the right brain stamp for you. We are going to create two different types of brain stamps. The first type of brain stamp is going to be very specific, and the second one is going to be very common in general. The specific brain stamp is based on what you specifically want to manifest, where you have to specify the details of exactly what you want to manifest. So basically you would say, I've always had this specific thing that I wanted. For example, let's say if you are trying to manifest a Mercedes, you might say I have always owned a Mercedes. If you are trying to manifest a relationship with a specific person, you would say, I have always been in a relationship with name of the person. If you are trying to manifest a successful business, you would say, I have always been successful in business. Or if you are trying to manifest money, you would say, I have always made at least Rs 1 lakh a month. With this brain stamp, we are using a technique called revision, which means revising the past. So instead of remembering the past as it actually happened, you remember it as you wish it had happened. The most powerful way of manifestation is to revise the past. You are not physically changing the past. You are simply creating a new memory. Science has proven that it is easy to create new memories, and many people do it all the time by accident without realizing they are doing it. Many people create new false memories that have been proven to be false. About 30% of all people have false memories, but this does not mean that you will believe this memory 100%. Rather, you are convincing your subconscious mind that this memory is true by using repetition and another technique. I know it may be hard to create this false memory, and you may be thinking, I don't think this will work. Because why would I suddenly think that I always had this thing when I obviously didn't have it? So how will this work for me? So let me tell you that this is the reason why we are creating two brain stamps. The second brain stamp is to convince yourself and remind yourself why this is true. The second brain stamp will be general and will be about how that reality works and your ability to manifest it so you can express it the way you choose. Your desire, what you want, has always existed. So if you can believe this, then you will 100% believe your first brain stamp. You just have to remind yourself so that you don't go back to old habits and are able to manifest what you want. Now you have written your two brain stamps. The second step of this 30-day manifestation challenge is to create a reverse memory. This is where we actually change our memories, and you will use your imagination to do this. First, visualize that you are having a conversation with someone else, someone you trust and someone who you know will not make fun of you if you say these things to them. Imagine that now that person is asking you questions about your specific manifestation. For example, how long have you owned a Mercedes? And you can answer, I have always owned a Mercedes car. Then they might ask, how long have you been in a relationship with XYZs? You'd say, We've been together forever. Now, the examples we've given don't always need to be 100% accurate. It's just the way we speak. It doesn't mean that we've had this thing since birth. It simply means that usually in our adult lives we've had it for so long that we don't even remember how long we've had it. And then in this imaginary conversation, your friend might say something to you like, "Wow, it's amazing that you're so successful." And then you'd explain to your second brainstem, which is something like, "Yeah, it's amazing that I've always had everything I wanted, and that's because it was created in a parallel reality." See, my suggestion is that you loop this conversation over and over in your imagination, and then when you feel like you've memorized it, you can expand on the first brainstem in a little more detail. For example, after you say, "I have a Mercedes," go into a little more detail. You might say, "We always go out in our Mercedes every weekend, have a lot of fun as a family. Everyone should have a Mercedes car. I am so grateful for my Mercedes." You can continue talking about the specific thing you want in your conversation, but don't do so until you have memorized 2 brainstamps and included them in your conversation. Do not think that this 30-day period is the deadline for your manifestation to manifest. It is important to note that this is the deadline for you to create a very strong and vivid reverse memory, not your manifestation deadline. We cannot control the exact timing of our manifestation, so don't be discouraged if it doesn't manifest by the end of the 30 days. My manifestations take months, sometimes years, but I know they will always manifest. And then don't think it's going to take a very long time, because a lot of desires sometimes happen instantly and sometimes take hours or sometimes a few days. Also, try not to worry that it's not working. Whenever you think it's not working, you start imagining that it's a lie. Just trust the process. Trusting the process means knowing and believing that at any moment that thing will come into you in your life, even if you don't understand what's happening right now. But you have an unwavering faith in your mind that it's happening because circumstances are rearranging for your better benefit. Comment below and tell us how you liked the video. If you are new to our channel, then quickly subscribe to our channel for such videos and turn on the bell notification so that you keep getting updates of such videos first.